We are. We are here at Anime Impulse. Guess where we're located? At the KPLAY Artist Alley section. So we're sandwiched in between the Anime Impulse vendors, which they are located more closer towards the opening doors, and then KPLAY is right in the middle. And then we have the Anime Impulse vendors right behind our building. So we're in a pretty good spot. Somehow I got the okay to vend at the KPLAY section. We don't have much K-play, K-pop stuff going on. So what did I do? I got some Lomo photo cards and just decided to sell those on the side. Make it look at least somehow like I have some kind of K-pop merch going on. Alright, so don't do what I did and focus your time on these random shipping items. Instead, why not actually spend some time and learn a skill that you can use? And that's where today's sponsor comes in, Crafty. Crafty is an online hub for all things creative. Its massive community is where millions of makers, DIYers, and creatives go to find inspiration, sharpen their skills, and learn something completely new. They offer over 20,000 classes across 20 plus categories, everything from crocheting, knitting, to painting, photography, and so much more. I mean, look at this guy. You can learn how to make this guy. This little crochet guy. Learn how to make him, learn how to make a strawberry bag that I recently saw on one of their classes. I just need to go get the yarn, but get some crocheting done, make it a hobby, make it a pastime, learn a new skill. But yeah, you can literally start from zero and it's step by step and it's very beginner friendly. I'm taking a photography class by David Johnson. He is an awesome teacher, teaching you from the beginning to the basics. I'm personally taking some of their photography classes to improve my product shots. But not just that, it's also teaching me how to do better compositing for my videos, aka for all my B-roll. From beginner shots to more intermediate, from also all the different camera lenses, lighting, and so much more. So if you've been thinking about picking up a new skill, this is the sign. The first 1,000 people who use this link in my description can get a full year of Crafty Premium for just $1.49. And you guys, $1.49. That's a steal. So yes, it's only available for the first 1,000 people. Thank you, Crafty, for sponsoring this video. And now, let's get back to our shenanigans. Are we doing it? I think so. A lot of the booths here look like they're more on the cutesy, like, original side. So for this one, we premiered as Goobers Only Mini. I did not bring air fresheners. I didn't bring gachapons. I kind of try to focus more on my hair clips because it's more like original work, and I feel like it's more versatile, so it's easier for any demographic to rock our hair clips. So we have that, we have our stickers, I have my keychains, and then I have our very sexy photo cards. I'm only selling them for $1 because they're not the main highlight of my booth. They're not something I'm openly showing off. It's not the main focus. We're still goobers here, so that's just there. That's just there on the side. That's just so we can fit in with the crowd. So I got a little late start. Nothing new. I always set up day off, so I'm always rushing. I'm rushing everything. And it is 11:54. Finally settled at around 10:30.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I think I was saying we're doing the miniature version. Well, me, because it's just gonna be me this weekend, and I had to lug all these things, so I decided to just make it a mini version because it is K-play, K-pop, and I don't have too much related to K-pop, so we're keeping it mini, we're keeping it tiny. So I was thinking of getting rid of the pillars, and physics happened, and just having the walls to hold up my banner aren't strong enough. So what I had to do was bring back one of the pillars, and somehow holding on pretty okay. We just gotta rearrange some things. But since there is no weight distribution for the banner, I needed that pillar space, so it just cut my little window slightly smaller, slightly thinner. But yeah, I don't know if you could see the side, but that's just hanging on by a wall. And since it's hanging on by a wall, it's a little sketchy to add the little gachapons and having people just mess around with the sidewall. Because I feel like if people do mess around with the sidewall, it's gonna make this part tumble down. Yeah, it's gonna make the whole banner part tumble. And I don't want to deal with that. It's just me, and I don't want to deal with that. So it is 12 o'clock, and only one person has wondered why are we here at KPLAY. They kind of questioned my trinkets. They kind of questioned why I have photo cards, and it's so we could just blend in. We got discovered. One person discovered that we don't belong in KPLAY. Oh yeah, I also don't know if I actually said what I have to blend in with the K-pop crowd, but I have photo cards. They're not just any photo cards, they're Lomo photo cards. Comment down below if you know what they are, because I don't know if it makes a difference, but I have them labeled as that. Another KPLAY item I got is miniature star clips. I see a lot of K-pop artists like to wear the little miniature star clips, so I just have those two listed on the side for just this event. I guess you could say that's a Goober exclusive. Get yourself a little sexy card, or get yourself a little mini star clip. Not our signature star clip, but more so of the generic star clips. But yeah, so far it's been going pretty well. We are kind of located towards the entrance, so that is good. We're also not located towards the stage, so people could actually hear me. Sadly, actually 2 tables weren't filled, so I kind of asked my neighbor if they wanted to take in my middle spot because I was located in the middle. So I took a corner. She took 2 spots on the side. Now we just have a lonely table. I'm facing a lonely table. But it's not terrible. We still get a lot of people walking by. I might have friends coming by later. We will see. If not, I'm gonna have to ask my booth neighbors to hold down the fort for a little bit, because I can feel it. I need a little mini pee break soon. It's coming. So yeah, Anime Impulse LA is usually the biggest impulse we got going on here in California. We have the Asian American Culture Expo. We have the cars going on in the outside. We have our exhibitors. We have our artist alley. We have the KPLAY Fest. So lots of dancing going on in this hall. We also have all the food vendors lined up right outside, and we also do have sneaker expo. So we have so much things going on. I think we also have another random expo that just takes up another hall where they advertise their products. They just give out some free samples. But yeah, this is a huge con. And the best part I like about this is towards the end on Sundays, sometimes they give out their goodies away. The Asian Culture Expo and the other miscellaneous expo. Comment if you know what it is exactly, because I am blanking. You guys, it came back. Monster. I am replenished. Okay, but yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, there's a bunch of expos going on at the same time, so there is a lot to see. Also, since this con is so big, you have a diverse group of people that like anime, people that like sneakers, people that are more on the foodie side, anime of course, and K-pop. So you got a good diverse group of people. So this is where you experiment what would sell well. So far, what's been selling is, well, since I am in the KPLAY section, the photo cards and some of my keychains. People actually are going to the keychains. Also for this one, I ain't complaining about the music. I am listening to bangers non-stop so far. We'll see how it is for tomorrow. Will it be bangers or will it be the same thing all over again? We'll see. I think for this year, I want to aim to at least learn one dance. I at least want to learn one dance. They look like so much fun to do, and people, whenever they go up, look like they're having a ton of fun. So if I manage to learn at least one by the end of this year, I will be a happy cougar. You guys think I could do it? I think I could do it. Alright, so I'ma call it off. I'ma continue working, not look like I'm vlogging 24/7, and the crowd is actually picking it up. The only issue that I have for my booth, there's nothing. There's an empty table on the side. There's an empty table on the side, so if you know, you know. I just gotta deal with people wandering in every so often, but I have it kind of close off, so it's not terribly bad. But I'll tune you guys in later in the day. My friends should be coming soon too, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Alrighty, so we're already at the end of the day. It is 6:42, and they have a hard deadline, a hard shut off at 7 o'clock. So once it hit 7, we had to get out of here and get out of the hall. Today was fairly reasonable. I made back my booth. I got to wander around towards the later half of the event. Some of my friends got here, actually a handful of friends. So I got to go explore and go say hi to fellow vendors and go see more thoroughly what each building is all about. So yeah, I saw the vendor hall. It actually is turning more into bigger booths. So you would see like the Toyota booth. You would see there was a gaming booth. It had a gingerbread man, so that was fun. They also had a couple other miscellaneous booths where you had a bunch of options. So that's what it's turning out to be. So my aim for next year maybe is to hit up Artist Alley. So fingers crossed I get in. If not, you're gonna catch me again in KPLAY. Did this goober make it secretly through the KPLAY building? I think it's fairly a success. Only 3 people asked, what am I doing here? Mainly they asked, what am I doing with these photo cards, because they haven't seen it on my shop. So, you guys, I am under disguise. I'm trying to be K-play, K-pop material. Ready. So we're calling it a day. We may or may not get K-BBQ tonight. We are very undecisive. We are running on fumes, and I'm gonna start packing up soon, and I'll tune you guys early in the day tomorrow. Good night. We got here at 8 o'clock. I tend to forget, but there's also like a party going on. So right when I got at 8, I paid UC Gate 7, aka the Yellow Gate. And today that gate was very congested because they had the other event going on. And that event, it looks like it starts a lot earlier. So maybe for next time, I'm just gonna use the Blue Gate. I've been using the Blue Gate for the other years, but this year I decided to do the Yellow Gate because it was said to be the vendor gate. I still have to do some walking. Usually from the Blue Gate, you have to go under the tunnel, and there's some walk to it, but I feel like all in all, it's about the same amount of walking because we still have to park pretty far away. They reserved all the parking spots that are for handicaps right in the front, so we still have some distance to lug our things. So I think it really doesn't matter which parking lot we choose. Probably next year I'm just gonna choose the blue just to keep it simple, and because yeah, there's no difference. It's about the same distance of a walk. But yeah, we got here early. I got some content in. I'm gonna start editing my content, and then I think there's about 40 minutes till the event starts. The event starts at 10. I think today it should end at 6. I could be wrong. It could be both days end at 7. So yeah, right. I'm thinking right before it officially opens up, I'm going to make my way to the Vietnamese coffee because I saw it. It's right outside. And then I'm probably gonna get myself a little banh mi because those were so good. And yeah, maybe wake myself up a little because I forgot my monster, you guys. I knew I forgot something. My energy levels. But I mean, ALA, I did not have any of those. I did though substitute it for coffee, so I had some kind of caffeine in me. So today, if I cannot get that Vietnamese coffee, I'm going to suffer. You know, every time I do these events, I am not a morning person, so I always say never again. But then when the event comes, I say, okay, let's do one more. You know what makes up for it is because just seeing all my friends, just hanging out with people, and the vibes are always fun. I like attending these events too, so why not make money out of it? So, it's just I dread waking up so early, and I dread Just trying to find parking. But yeah, I just dread waking up so early. Oh yeah, hair clips, yeah. So cool. Thank you. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, gotta have. It is 12:43. I managed to snack myself a Vietnamese coffee. I also managed to snack myself a banh mi sandwich. It was a good breakfast. I'm surprised some of the foodie vendors were actually open before 10 o'clock. So I'm grateful that I got to get my early breakfast right before the event started. So yeah, today is a slightly warmer day. This weekend was supposed to be high of 75s, close to 80. Completely different from the last time I did an Anime Impulse LA. I remember the last time it was raining pretty bad, pretty harsh. Yeah, the last couple of times it was just a rainy weekend. But luckily this weekend it was nice and sunny. So yeah, one in a blue moon. Usually it rains at Anime Impulse, but this year no rain. So grateful for no rain and leakage, because I don't know if you guys remember, but the 2023 Artist Alley leakage was terrible. So far we have made it to day 2 for the KPLAY section. We've gotten 2 extra people asking what are we doing here, what is a goober doing in the K-pop section. Card for you. 668 is your total. Insert or tap whenever you're ready. Yeah, so IB told me in their clause for you to vend in KPLAY, you have to have at least 50% of your booth dedicated to the K-pop scene. You see this goober? I have nothing. I think the hair clips, and then I just brought in my keychains and stickers. Kept them minimal. That's why we are Goobers Mini here, and we're holding strong. Thank you. Let me know if you have questions. So yeah, like I was saying, you need at least 50% or so of your stuff to be K-pop. We somehow managed to get in here, and we're doing fine so far. Will I do this again? I probably will aim for Artist Alley because I did used to do exhibitor, and it's a pretty hefty price for just a 2-day event, especially since it's so big and so versatile. People are just buying random things. You don't expect too many people actually buying your stuff. So yeah, it's a little hefty. So yeah, we kind of niche ourselves if we go into the KPLAY section. And for Artist Alley, you kind of know what to expect there. You see more versatile people. You see more OCs, more of your own thing. So yeah, I feel like for this building, it's not as crowded as either the main exhibitor hall or the Artist Alley hall. So it's a give and a take. So I would say I did okay, but it's not as good as I typically would like. I remember for exhibitor, I did a lot better. I can't expect the same numbers, but the walkthrough it's a lot smaller. We kind of niche ourselves here, so not too many people are walking in this building. At least I get pretty good music. I have music going on. Hopefully we get into an Artist Alley next year. Because also the Artist Alley for Impulse is pretty intense. Not as intense as ALA, but it's still pretty intense. I don't think I even got an email back for just normal signups. Only priority got the signups, and I guess it filled up. So there's our luck. But we good. We chillin', and 6 hours to go. I'll update you guys in a bit. 2:39. You know, the more I think of it, the more I have like a Dum Patrick moment. I think how I could have fixed my display is make the banner line up to the back instead of the front, so things are more visible and it's more well balanced. So it's a learning experience. I should have just done it to the back because I feel like there's definitely a lot more support going through the back. I don't know why I said it to go out in the front. There's like little to no support there, so live and learn. Now I know for the next time I do another Goobers Mini, I'll just support the banner through the back, and then it'll look a lot more open and not so empty, I guess. Because right now I just have like the walls on the sides, and it looks a little bare, especially since I can't display my Magic Con shows because I don't want people to mess around with the booth and then it's gonna tip over. So yeah, next time. All right, 5 more hours, you guys. 5 more. 5 more hours. If you know, you know. Too old to reference that song. We got 40 minutes to go. Some people actually started tearing down. We might start tearing down soon because the hall is kind of closed. Well, the hall is kind of empty. So we're probably gonna see and eyeball how our neighbors do, how everybody is doing. So far, this row is staying put, but I don't think it really matters since there's literally an hour to go. We made it to you guys. This goober has made it into KPLAY. We literally didn't have 50% K-pop. That was one of the requirements. You had to have 50% of your merch had to be K-pop, and we snuck by. Literally, they contacted me last Thursday, and I decided to just do it just because the booth is 425, and I'd say it wasn't bad, but compared to Artist Alley, the walk through, the walk by is it's a lot different. You get so much more people walking by through Artist Alley. Here you get more of a niche. Whoever comes into this building is kind of expecting K-pop, and they're here for the dance moves. They're here for all the K-pop exclusives. So it kind of like narrowed down my niche. A lot of people still bought from me, but I feel like I could have done a lot better in Artist Alley. So next year I'm gonna aim to get into Artist Alley. Fingers crossed, because I didn't get in this year. I didn't get a follow-up notification. Usually they send out priority registration for people that have vended here before. So I think it kind of got filled from all the pre-vendors, so no new vendors got the notification that they're gonna do sign-ups for Artist Alley, sadly. But yeah, I do KPLAY. It's not really my niche, sad to say, but I will probably see if I could sneak into the Artist Alley next time. And maybe my booth won't be so mini because I did try to niche down for K-pop. Like I said, my hair clips are more versatile, so I guess that's what kind of like made it acceptable for me to be in this hall. But yeah, I got no follow-up events so far, so we'll see. Maybe I'll just do random vlogs. Who knows? Comment down below if you guys want to hear anything from me. Hear me ramble. Hear me just be a goober. But yeah, as always, like and subscribe. Follow for more gooberness. Don't forget to check out my shop. Also, shameless plug of kindofit.com. I am one of the designers that creates all the cutesy kawaii stuff for Kind of Fit, Kind of Fat. Use code Goobers for 10% off. But that is it from me. And I'll tune you guys till the next time, which we'll see when is that gonna be. Hopefully soon.